Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Nurse Babe Britt, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to land a job as a new grad. Okay, so all of my nursing students, this is for you. So if this is something that interests you, then please stay tuned and listen for more. Alright guys, so my first recommendation is after your first semester of nursing school, go ahead and apply as a student nurse extern or a patient care technician. Ideally in the specialty that you want to work in as an RN. But if you don't know what you want to do once you graduate, then just apply for what's available. Let's say med-surg would probably be a very great start for you. And once you get on that unit, be open to floating to other units. So that way you can decide what is it that you want to do or what do you want to apply for once you graduate and you get your RN license. If you know what specialty you want to go in, but you are not able to land a job in that specialty as a student nurse extern, don't worry. You just want to get your foot in the door because you can always switch units and switch, around once you get into the hospital. So get your foot in the door. Once you are there, network. It will work to your benefit. And if you're unable to get a job as a tech or as a student nurse extern, or let's say your schedule does not permit, network while you're on clinical rotations. Make sure they remember you. Ask questions, let them know that you're in nursing school. If you're at work, let them know you're in nursing school and that you're interested in working on that unit. Even if you have to walk over to another unit and speak with that manager because that's not the unit that you work on, usually a lot of managers have an open door policy. You just stop by, say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm interested in working on your unit as a new grad. I'm in my, let's say, second semester of nursing school, and I just want to, express my interest to you. Do you have any recommendations? And they will tell you, what you could do, and, they'll usually say, okay, thank you, I'll keep an eye out for your application. After that, also, I want to add, it helps you in nursing school as well because it helps you feel more comfortable with basic patient care, talking to patients, getting vital signs. It helps a lot. So when you transition into your role as an RN, you've checked off a lot of those boxes. And so you can focus on what's specific to the RN role. And, you don't have to worry about the jitters of getting comfortable talking to patients and dealing with patients because clinicals can only show and teach you so much, okay? So typically applications open, within the fall, spring, sometimes summer, it depends on the hospital, of your final semester. That is when you want to apply for those open applications. And they typically explain that to you, for these various jobs. So a resume is typically what is required. They will ask you if they need any references, and you can use some of your professors from school. You can use some of your, preceptors that you use or had in your clinical rotations and your preceptorship, sorry. But you can use those people as references if needed. Once you get to the interview, make sure you dress professionally and make sure you have a couple of copies of your resume to give to whoever is interviewing you, and they can keep that. A lot of times they already have your resume printed out, but you can always have an extra for them just in case they do not have it. That actually, it does help you stand out. Make sure you come with personal experiences as far as what you have seen in clinicals or what you have seen on the job that relates to the position that you're applying for. So what I mean by that is if you're applying for, let's say, an ICU position and you have done your preceptorship in the ICU, you did your clinical rotations in the ICU, or you work in the ICU, you will be able to speak to that with some of these, patient-specific personal experiences as to why you are the best candidate for that position. Because a lot of times they will ask you, how are you in critical situations? How is your critical thinking? And, what do you do when, you have all these orders? What would you do, as a nurse if you have, all of these orders that you have to take care of for one patient, your other patient is crashing, they'll ask you things like that. So if you already have some of these experiences, and when I say experiences, these are examples you can provide for them, that helps solidify, what they are asking you when you give them your answer. So you can say, I'm great with critical thinking because of X, Y, and Z. I'm great with, being quick on my feet because I've been in a situation where a patient was crashing and my other patient was, out of bed and was a fall risk or something like, something like that. Have some examples to give them. The other thing I would say is after the conclusion of your interview, send thank you emails, thank you letters. Get the first and last name of the person interviewing you and get their contact information. Usually that's just an email. They may give you their card, their business card, but if they don't have one, just make sure you have like a little handy notebook and pen to write down their contact information. So afterwards you can follow up. Usually within 24 hours is when you want to send that thank you email, and that helps you stand out a lot. That is something I did personally, and it helped me stand out a lot amongst the other people because the average person does not do that. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. Make sure you apply to multiple places. That is the last thing I want to add, because you don't want to, just apply to one place because you kind of limit yourself in the event that it does not work out. Okay. So just to sum up everything I mentioned in this video, steps to get your job as a new grad in, the specialty that you want to at least try to have a little bit of experience in that specialty, even if it's just a clinical rotation. But ideally, land a job as a student nurse extern or as a tech in the specialty of your choice. You want to network on clinical rotations. You want to network while you're at work. Always network. Show up to your interview prepared. So that includes having a resume in hand, dressing professionally, and have follow-up questions. If you do not know which follow-up questions you want to ask, I will put some examples below in the description box of examples you can ask after the conclusion of your interview, but always ask at least 3 questions. And then also apply multiple places, and don't forget to send your thank you emails, thanking that person for taking the time to interview you. And that is essentially what you put in the email. I hope this video helped you guys and take away some of those jitters that I know you probably feel, as far as applying for a job as a new grad, because it can be hard, but it is not impossible. You will get it done, okay? So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.